Hello, hello. I didn't realize I was live for a second. Happy Sunday to you all. I hope you all are having a great Sunday. Shauna Marie Fisher here for my free little mini animal communication readings. I'm just going to pull up my phone, see who's here. So I hope you all are having a great Sunday and that you had a great week. And so let's see here. I'm going to give it a minute because I know sometimes it takes people a minute to get on. And I was a minute late and I didn't share. I mean, even though pretty much everybody knows I do this every Sunday at excuse me, sorry, at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I usually when I share about it earlier in the day, it seems like more of you remember that. So I'm going to try to be better about sharing about it earlier in the day, so you all remember, right? Because I know as summer is here, the days just kind of get away from us and they go really, really fast and all of that. So there we go. So I am here to answer any questions you have for an animal in your life that is living or passed. And I hope that you all had a good 4th of July as well. Hope your 4th of July was well, and hopefully you didn't have too many fireworks in your area. I know my little nugget didn't like the fireworks. She was shaken, and they didn't want to go outside, which I can't blame them, right? Because it's really, really loud. So hopefully one day will it be more advanced into silent fireworks like they are in Italy and France. I know they use silent fireworks there. So hopefully one day here in the good old USA, we will have silent fireworks one day. That would be so great. That would be amazing for animals if we did that. So let's see here. I'm going to give everybody a minute because I could just talk. Oh, and then also, too, I wanted to bring something to your guys' attention to. Watch out for bodies of water that you take your dogs into, and really research if you have, like, I want to say it's like the blue green algae that is like very, very toxic for dogs. So just make sure if you take your dogs out into water, you research around where you live to just make sure that there is none of that that blue green algae, because that can definitely be very, very very toxic to dogs, and that can happen very, very, very quickly. So be careful of that, especially as the hey Patricia, especially as the summer is approaching, right? We might want to, take our dogs out to water like that. So just watch out for that, and be mindful of that. So there you go. So that's my little insight there. So I was checking to see what my dogs are doing. I live across from the pool, so they always watch the people as they come and go from the pool. So there we go. So let's see here. I'm going to give it a moment and see who is going to join me. Well, I know Patricia's here. I hope that Snowy and Yellow Cat are doing well. Yeah. And I hope that Cypress is doing well too. So let's see here. And I don't know who else is here, but you can say hi if you'd like, or if you want to remain incognito, that is okay too. And I feel like just doing something fun right now. Hey, Katie, good to see you. I hope that Ripley's doing better there. Let's see here. Or no, wait, Ripley. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm just like wrong with my names tonight. I'm like, oh my gosh, the heat. Like my brain takes a minute to catch up with the heat here. Oh, and let's see here. Patricia says Cypress was in a stall today with a Mustang fan, with a misting fan on him, and the heat of the day. He said he liked it. He says he liked it. When he got used to it. And oh my gosh, I'm thinking of another Ripley that I know, Katie. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, my brain is like, ah. So sorry about that, Katie, because there is another another Ripley that I know. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm just like, Sorry, my brain is like, whoa. And hey, Brittany. So what Cypress is telling me is that once, once he got used to it, then he liked it. At first, he was like, "What is this thing all about?" He's like, "I'm not sure," because he's like, "Had me go like this when it did the mist on him." He's like, "I don't know what this is all about," but he says once it got used to like, "Oh, it's helping to cool me. It's helping to cool me." Then I really, 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 really like it. And oh my gosh, Rigby. Oh my goodness, Rigby, not Ripley. Rigby. Oh my goodness. So sorry, Katie. I'm like, maybe I need to reach out to my friend that has Ripley and see how Miss Ripley is doing. Rigby, hey Darlene, good to see you. Good to see you, Brittany. So yeah, so he says once he got used to it, it was really awesome. He says, "Ooh, it cooled me down. I like it." And then Katie says we're at the clinic. He's being so amazing. Good boy, good boy, good boy. And then tell him he's a good boy, the best. And he know what he said? This is totally him. He's like, I know. He's having me like brush my shoulder. He's like, I know. He's like, I know. But he's like, it doesn't hurt to be reminded of that and just keep telling me that and telling me that because I like to know, so he's like stroke my ego because it helps me to feel better. So just keep reminding me how he says keep reminding me how amazing I am. Oh my goodness, I love him. He is such a funny boy. I love him. So let's see here. And then Brittany, said, what do I need to help Mishka heal from in order to get over her fear of storms and fireworks? I'm curious about a lost pet. I have to get her name. Be right back. Let's see here. So what I get from Mishka, the fireworks, those can be so hard for them. She says to try a thunder shirt with her, like when there's going to be a storm, try like a thunder shirt, or if you have like a tight shirt or like a Tellington touch wrap that you can use with her. She says that will really, 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 really help. And then something to help cover her ears. So they have like headphones for dogs that like are kind of ear covers. And then there's also two like little calming caps that you can put over their ears. Mishka says that will help. And I would start giving her like Bach Rescue Remedy for pets a few days before the fireworks and give her lots of distraction, like lots of different toys and different things to chew on and lots of little exciting things like that. She says that will really help too, to kind of help her get in that mindset. So there you go. And then, hey, Lisa, good to see you. And then you said, okay, because it scared her to the point of peeing in the house again. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And she says, I didn't mean to. She's like, I just didn't want to go out there. She's like, She's like, nope, nope, nope. So just remind her that, like, you got her back out there and that she's fine. Cause she's like, I'm really, really sensitive with that. And it's so hard, right? When they go back to those patterns. So she says, just to keep showing her like going outside and all of that. She says that will really help. And then he said there's a lost dog, Tila. It's a golden brown coon hound, scared of storms and fireworks. Oh my goodness. So what I get is like from this dog is they need to look out further, 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 like really look beyond and go straight and far. Like, so where she went missing, go straight and far, because she says I ran and went straight and went really, really fast. And that's what just kills me about the fireworks. It's like, I don't care that people say, oh, it's only for one night. It's like, no, you know what? Like, we need to do better for animals and wildlife and people with PTSD. So maybe like silent fireworks is something we need to have one day. So much love to Tila, and just keep sending the energy that her people will find her and that she'll be okay. So let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. And then with Mishka, you said, okay, it's she is super sensitive. She's my learn energy healing on dogs. Yeah, she is. She's definitely, she's like, yep, you're gonna help me, and will do. And then let's see here. And then you said at least 30 miles away. I don't know how to rescue her. She's past Windmere now. Yeah, she like went far. So just keep holding that vision, Brittany. Keep holding that vision, and you are amazing. You are amazing. Oh, that you're happy to help, Brittany. Happy to help. Here for anything you need. Oh, Isabel, welcome, Isabella. You're a student of Katie's. I ride Paris. I love that. I love Paris. I know Paris. Um, let's see here. And hey, Kate, good to see you. And okay, so Isabella is saying that's our next show. I was wondering if Paris is in any pain and if she's ready to move up at Rebecca. That was like that looks like that's the next show. So what I get, okay, show me which side. Is it the left or the right? Left or right? So let's see here. Okay, she's showing me. I was like, okay. So she says it's her left side. Watch the middle of my hip. So she's showing me like the middle of my hip, like bam, right there, the left side. Watch my left side and really have like a good chiropractic adjustment on my left side and my right side, because my left side in my hip region sticks up and tightens up. In my left side it tightens up. So just keep working through that, and I'm ready for the show. And just like be patient with me. Be patient with me is what I get with Rebecca, and do some some chiropractic and some acupuncture. I feel like that will really help. And then, hey, Lee, good to see you. And hey, Erica, good to see you. Let's see here. And then Jenna, good to see you. So Jenna, what I'm doing is I'm doing readings for pets, but if you want, I can pull like one of my animal cards for you. I can do that, but I'm not really doing like readings for people specifically, but I can pull you a card from one of my animal decks if you'd like. Let's see here. And I already said good to see you, Kate. I'm like, okay, let's see here. And Lee and Jenna. Okay, so I have a question from Erica and then Lisa. And hey, Bianca, I hope you're well too. Good to see you. See here, Erica says, my cat Ruben has some issues because of the past owners that weren't great humans. I need him to trust me more. Any advice from him? He's my sweet boy. I feel so lucky to have him. He says what he wants you to do is just keep showing him and reminding him of how lucky he is, and just, he says, help him close that chapter and don't think about those other past owners. He's like, just remind me I'm here now, and keep seeing me here now, and like focused on the moment that we have now and on the future, and not focus on the past, and just keep seeing me trust you and trust you more, and just keep holding that vision, and don't think anything about the past people is what I get will help. And I know that's so hard, Erica, right? So hard. And hey, Angela, and hey, Julia, good to see you. Let's see here. So hopefully that helps, Erica. And let's see here. So Lisa, I'm gonna go to Lisa, Bianca, and then Julia. So Lisa says, why does Chloe bark at new people she meets? I don't know if she was abused in a previous life, but she don't care to meet new people. She continues to bark at the person. Any insights on how to control it when she meets new people? So it's so funny. So she had me just put my little animal deck down that I have here, and she says, like, remind her to, like, she says, like, kind of put your hand on my chest here, maybe like a hand on the top of my head, kind of doing some tapping like this, and just hold that container and that sacred space for me, and just give me a chance to kind of breathe and relax. Because she showed me she gets all worked up. She's like, I get all worked up and I can't have a breath. So she says, give me like a distraction and show me like a good thing that I get when the people come over. So then I will see it as a good thing and not a bad thing, and remind me that like we're safe when these new people come over, that we're safe. And she says, it's so funny because what Chloe Grace is saying, she's like, it's not about controlling it. She's like, it's about being graceful with it and being in the moment with it and taking a moment to just like, you take a breath and she take a breath, and she says that will she says that'll help, and she says like focus less on it, and she says that will help, and she's like, you can give me like a little cookie. She showed me like a little dog biscuit that's kind of like in the shape of like a little dog bone, that's like a crunchy little biscuit. She's like, you can give me that and give a little distraction, and she says that would help. So yeah. And she's like, my future and my now is so much better than my past. So she says she's so grateful for you as well. She says, I'm so grateful for my person. So there is that. And let's see here. You're so welcome, Erica. Let's see here. So Bianca says, I hope you're well too, Bianca. Any messages from Monkey? He's a bit needy recently. He says he's having me go like this. He's like, lay with me more. He says he wants you to sit more, and sit more with me, and like just go, like he's having me like grab my arm like this. He's like, let's just sit together more. And he wants you to have more quiet reflection time with him outside. He says we need to have more of that quiet reflection time outside. And he says that will really help not just me, but that'll help you as well. So there is that for you. And you're welcome, Erica. And you're so welcome, Lisa, here. And any of you guys that have any, insights that you need after this, please feel free to reach out to me. And again, those of you that listen to this is just like my like quick little tune-ins. I do my 30-minute, 60-minute, and 90-minute sessions. And I've kind of have been thinking about doing like a email recorded session. So where I like send you a recording with what I pick up on from your pet, and you get to ask kind of like a specific question, and then I would give you insight on that, and it would be like via like a voice recording. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know, so I can definitely work on putting that out there. And Julia has a question here, so thank you for your patience, Julia. And I hope you're still here, Julia. Let me know you're still here, because I want to make sure you hear this message here. Oh, Julia, oh my gosh, I need to check to see if I have a message from you, because I feel like yes, you're still here. Okay. Because I feel like we messaged earlier on Facebook, and I need to check to see if I have a message back from you, because I think I remember hearing from you. I remember hearing from you, Julia. So let's see here. So my sweet cat Pippi has been missing for over a week. Yes, okay, cool. I was like, I feel like I know you from somewhere. Okay. So I'm going to check my Facebook messages. And then he said, I want to know whether she is okay and if I should keep looking. She says, hold the prayers and hold the vision. She says, don't stop looking. She's like, don't stop looking. She's like, know that I'm there. And she showed me that she's like there's like some water near me. She says there's some water by me. There's some water by me. She's like, there's some water by me. So she says, look by an area that's like a water that's like by a park or something, is what she says. She's like, there's a water by a park. And she says, don't give up. She had me tap my legs. Don't give up. Keep looking, don't give up, keep looking is what I get. So there's that. And thank you for tuning in, Julia. And I will make sure to check my messages to see if I have a message from you, because sometimes I don't always get the notifications with Facebook. And so I forget, like, oh yeah, I need to go check that, because sometimes the notification might not come through on that when I'm on my Facebook. So thanks for your patience with that if you sent me a message back. And then Bianca says, thanks, Shauna. I thought so. He always wants me outside, and it's winter here. Ha ha ha. He's like, hey, I'll keep you warm. He's like, come out here with me. He's like, let's do this. He's like, come on. So, oh my goodness. He says, I'm persistent. And he's showing me like he'll hang on you too. He's like, I'll hang on you. It's so funny. He's like, I'll hang on you. He cracks me up, that boy. And then Kate says, the new boy Angus has developed some red patches on his skin. Does he know if it's food related or allergy to something else? Thank you. So what he's showing me, I'm asking him if it's food, and he's like, no, not as much food. He's showing me like kind of like a leafy, grassy thing, like something that looks like mint, and is like a green colored. He says it's more, and makes me want to itch. He says it's more like a seasonal kind of like a thing that's coming from the grass. He says it's more of like an allergy, like an outside allergy, not like a food allergy. And he's showing me like a mint, like what you would see like mint growing, like mint leaves is what he's showing me. So it's some sort of something like green, some sort of greenery outside is what he says. So there you go. So much love to Angus, because it's no fun when they have those allergies, right? That's so hard. So there is that. And you are so welcome, Julia. Yes, I have sent you a message on Messenger. Okay, so I will look on there. Sorry, Julia. Sorry. Oh my goodness. So yes, I will look on there. So thank you for your patience there, friend. Thank you. Thank you. And then Kate says, glad it's not food. I think it might be the penny royal. Yeah, it's something that's outside, because like when I read that message, I just want to itch more when I read that. So it's like I want to itch more. So it's like it's something like that. He's like, ow, 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 itchy, itchy, itchy. So he's like, winner, winner, you're onto it, because he's like, don't be taking away my food. He's like, I have no problems with food, and and it's the outside thing, he says. Oh my goodness. So let's see here. Patricia says, I've been making large blocks of ice for Cypress water. Hope he's enjoying it. It's been 100 here for a few days. Oh my gosh, 100 is hot, right? Oh, that is hot. So let's see here. He says, I do enjoy it. And he says, I like it like when they kind of like start to melt, and I can kind of play with them a little bit as they kind of like start to break apart, and they have like water that comes out. He's like, I like it. He's like, I like it. He's like, I love it, love it, love it. So, oh my goodness, I love that. Cypress. And then Kate says, haha, definitely no problem with food. Thank you so much. You're welcome. He's like, I love my food. Yes. And hey, Jennifer, let's see here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so Jennifer, good to see you. Jennifer says, hi, Shauna. Libby is very active and Lucy not at all. So it's so interesting. So Libby is just showing me like, I'm running, I'm playing, I'm doing this. And then Lucy is showing me like I'm in this like portal, and it's like and this is going to sound like really weird, but it's like some sort of tube, like I'm in like some sort of tunnel, like I'm in sort of like some sort of slide is what Lucy's showing me. Is like I'm getting ready to jump in the pool again, is what Lucy's showing me. Lucy says I'm getting ready to jump in the pool again, and have the like Lucy's showing me I'm getting ready to jump in the pool again and like have like a new form of existence, because that's what she's showing me. It's like she's showing me like a new awakening, and it's like kind of like how a snail comes out of their shell. She's like, there's a new kind of thing. She's like, there's a new kind of thing. So she says she wants you to write about it. She says, I want you to write about it. And she says, you're so keen with her presence. And so it's like, I'm getting ready to jump in the pool again. That's all she's showing me. And Libby's like, you know me. But Lucy is showing me that. So hopefully that helps, friend, and sending you lots of love there. And you are so welcome, Patricia. You're so welcome. Yeah, she's like circling around something new, Lucy says. She's like, Lucy says, I'm circling you still too. She's like, like scratch my head. She's like, I'm circling you too. I'm circling you too. Oh, and you said tomorrow is her crossing over anniversary. Oh, she says that she says to really watch for the signs the rest of tonight and tomorrow from her. There's like something over a bridge and a pool, like the rainbow bridge and a pool and hearts is what she's showing me, and like flowers. She wants you to go sniff like red geraniums. Show me like red geraniums and like some yellow kind of like marigoldy flowers. She wants you to go smell those. She says she wants you to go smell those. And she says you'll be able to like really feel her presence really strong tomorrow, and like in your sleep too. She's having me go like this in your sleep too. So no, just her presence will be around you, and to just call that in. She says, she says, just call that in, just call that in, call that in. And I'm sending you so much love, friend. Yes. And you said you have those on your deck. Well, there you go. How interesting is that? So she says, watch for those on your deck and see like if one of them kind of like, see if there's anything different with them. She's like, I don't want to give away like what I'm going to do, but she's like, look for those on your deck. Like if you see one, you know, in a pot different or around your deck different or something like that. She says, just sit out there on your deck, especially like early sunrise tomorrow. So I don't know if you wake up at like 6 a.m. or earlier, but she's like early sunrise, mama, early sunrise. She's like early sun to see the sun and the lights around the sun, the lights around the sun and the rainbows and the hearts, the rainbows and the hearts and the light. And then she just keeps showing me jumping and pool, jumping and pool, jumping and pool, and like going down like a slide tunnel. So whatever that means, she says you'll put it all together. You'll put it all together. You'll put it all together. And you are so welcome, my friend. You are so welcome, and sending you so much love, because you know what, like, no matter what anybody says in my book, there is no time limit on grief. It doesn't matter if they passed a week ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 weeks ago, like a month ago, or whatever the time limit is. Like those milestones, like when it's that anniversary of their passing, or maybe the day we got them, or things like that, those are still significant. And you know, like, and give yourself grace and be open to those messages that come through. And something that really kind of has been on my mind lately is my mentor says that on our birthdays, that's like when the veil is like the thinnest for us, like to have that like connection with the veil. And you know, kind of like tuning in right now, I feel like the connection with those that we're connected with on the other side, like that connection with us, with the veil with them, is always open. But I feel like it can be open more like on the times of their transition. And if Lee is on here still, my friend Lee, who's like a medium for people, I would love to know what your insight is on that, Lee, too, like if you have any perspective. So hopefully my friend Lee is still here. I don't know if he is, but if he is, I'd love to hear his perspective. And yeah, I agree, Kate, like, right, grief is so tricky, and I tell people like there's no time limit on it, and there's no rules on grief too. I know that, like, you know, people say like there's all these rules on it. Like, I don't believe that there is any rules on it or anything like that. So, you know, we all process it how we process it, and there's no right, there's no wrong. And really the most important thing is to honor where you are at your grief and work through that. So there you go. Hey, Mandy, good to see you. Yay. Oh, Lee. So, okay. Yes, Lee is here. You said, my perspective on the veil, being the thinnest on our birthdays. You mean, yes, like on our birthdays, but also like on the day, like, of like, so say my Luna, the day she transitioned, like that connection with me and her, like the veil on that day is like extra thin. Like, what's your thought on that? Like anniversary of passing days, like of that veil being thinner for us, and those ones that have passed that we're connected with. Like, what do you think of that? Like for birthdays and for and for those other things too. I would love to know, Lee. And hey, Tina, and let's see here. Yeah, because it's interesting, because I've been kind of thinking about that. Like, it's interesting. And then Jennifer says you're so spot on. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, friend. Yeah, because it's interesting, you know, because I know, like, for Luna, like around the time of her passing, like it was March 3rd of 2017. And I really, you know, think about her and feel that connection with her on that day, like really, really strong. I like always feel it with her, but like especially during those times, I feel like it's maybe the opening is a little bit more on those days sometimes. So yeah, so I'd love to know. I don't know. I'll give Lee a moment to type in, because I have a feeling Lee has a lot of amazing thoughts about that. And good to see you, Tina. Let's see here. And why? Let's see here. While I'm waiting for some comments to go through, I just kind of want to do something fun. So I have these really cool cards. They're my Archangel Animal cards by Diana Cooper, and they're my favorite. Oh, cool. I'm going to pull a card for everybody, but let's see what Lee says about this. Lee says, oh, okay, yes, I believe that's true because our souls are so connected. Bear's 1 year passing anniversary is actually tomorrow, so it's interesting you're mentioning this. So yeah, it is interesting, right? It's like it's coming to me, and you know what, Lee, like he's having me show you this too. So he says, listen for the birds tomorrow and the owls. Listen for the birds and the owls. And then I have this other owl here that I have is like my knowledge owl that has the wisdom. Know that like my wisdom is always with you is what Bear says. So yeah, it is interesting because I like, yeah, definitely. I don't believe there's any accidents with that, right? So it's definitely very interesting. Now the like I feel like everything is so synchronistic. Yes, aren't they fun, Mandy? These are my Archangel Animal Oracle cards. I love them. And the card I wanted to kind of pull a card for everybody. The one that came was back. It says see through illusion into truth. Archangel Dorenica, like, and that's the card right there. Are these cards beautiful? And it's so cool because like what I feel like it like really is reflected on like what we're talking about right now, right? Because it's like it says see through illusion into truth, right? Because a lot of people may say that some of these like spiritual things and the connection and this and that like is illusion and it's not really truth, but to me it really is truth. And it's it's feeling in that truth and that like that heart to heart connection we have, and it's about feeling with our heart's eye, not like our mind's eye. Like our mind's eye is part of it, like because you can feel and sense that presence there, but it's really that like heart to heart connection where we can really, really feel it. So pay attention to that, like what you really feel with your heart there. So there is that. So yes, and thank you for the love, you guys. And hey, Kathy, good to see you. Good to see you, Kathy. And and I hope your new puppy is well, Kathy, because I remember you just got a new fur baby, and you're so welcome, Lee. Ooh, let's see what Lee says. Lee says, but yes, I think the veil can be thin on the day their transition and on our birthdays. Absolutely. They also tend to be around us on a lot of anniversaries because they know it's significant to us, right? They do, like, right? Isn't that interesting? And then also too, like I believe they come around us too, like when they feel like we need that little boost of energy and that little like pick me up. The other day I was looking at the clouds and I saw like an image of Luna in the clouds, right? So they can come through us in so many ways. Like if we're just open and we're not trying to like necessarily look for the signs and we just let the signs happen, being open to the signs, right? I feel like that's really important. So there is that. And then, Kathy says, hi there. I would love to upload a pic of my dog. But I don't know how. The day after I got him, found out he was heartworm positive. So we've been really busy. And Kathy, don't give up. There is hope. My friend Patricia on here, they have her, she has her dog Snowy. When she adopted Snowy, Snowy was heartworm positive, and Snowy is doing amazing now. And she is all recovered from that and all healed from that. So just know like that your baby, that they just go through those treatments and they can definitely be very, very successful. So there is that. And let's see here. And Lee says, I 100% agree. And then Kathy says, great. And then Kathy says, he was with them for 2 years and they said they didn't know. Oh, right. Yeah. And I don't know, like, I don't know, like, if there really is a lot of outward, I don't know that much about it. Like, if there really is a lot of outward signs about about a pet being heartworm positive, like, I don't know. So yeah, that's really hard. And like, what I'm getting to is that like those people didn't really pay attention. I feel like that they were like this as I put my hands in front of my eyes, that they didn't really pay attention, so they wouldn't know because they were like oblivious, is what this dog is saying. He's like they were oblivious, they didn't know, they wouldn't know because they weren't like tuned in and keyed into things. They were oblivious, is what I get. They were oblivious. And you said he looks like a blonde wolf. Oh my gosh, I would love it if you message me a picture. I want to see, or you can even post on my business page a picture of him too, because I'm sure everybody would love to see And you said, yes, they had no shot records or anything, right? Yeah. Like, I feel like he's showing me they didn't really do too much with me. I was kind of like in their presence, but not really in their presence, more like kind of like a figure, but not really there, is what I feel. And oh, at least now he's with the best people ever being with you. So that's wonderful. And then Mandy says, they definitely come around. I've been seeing pets out of the corner of my eye around my home a lot. Yeah, they do. Like, because that's sometimes how that energy comes through, is they come through just like that. It's like a flash, just as quickly as I snap my fingers. Like, it's that quick that they can come through. It's amazing. And as you see, I snap my fingers. Like, look at this. This is how I snap my fingers. I snap my fingers with my index finger. I can't snap them the normal way. So that's my fun little trick. Maybe I can go on America's Got Talent. I could snap my fingers for them. So there you go. That's my little fun little trick. And then Kathy says that's exactly right. And then Lee says, I asked why the transition anniversary is significant, because I actually haven't before. And I heard because, yes, Lee, yes. Oh my gosh. So Lee says, I heard it's because it's like birth, but disguised. Some may premise as the birthdays, the day they were born. Transitions are just being born into new stage of being, if that makes sense. Yes, it does. And so actually, that is why I love that you said that, Lee, and Luna is having me show this. That is why this book right here, Soulmate Dog, that is about my Luna, that is exactly why the book actually came out on March 3rd. And the significance it was is that's a different kind of birth of my Luna, because that's the day that she transitioned. So that's the day that was really important for me to have my book come out, because it's a new part of her, a new birth of her new consciousness that's on the other side, was March 3rd. So thank you for that, Lee. Like, I love that. So yeah, so if you guys didn't know, I have this book. I have copies of it, or you can get it on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, or if you're in the Portland area, New Renaissance Bookstore on Northwest 23rd actually has some as well. So there you go. So thank you, Lee. Like, I love that. Like, and you're so right on. And Lee says, yes, I love that about your book, and you're welcome. Oh, I love you, friend. So thank you, Lee. You're amazing. Lee is an amazing psychic medium. Lee the medium, for those of you that don't know, he is amazing. And hey, Darlene, I don't know if I said hi to you, if you're still here. I don't know if I missed you. And then let's see here. Kathy says, I just wish he would eat more. He says, like, as he's going through the treatment for the heartworm, and like that starts to heal up, he says he will eat more. He says he will eat more, but it's just going to take some time. It's going to take some time. And he's showing me like organ meats. Like, I really like organ meats. Give me some organ meats. And he's showing me like ground lamb. So he's showing me like ground lamb and organ meats. So I would check with the vet, like, with as far as like going through the heartworm treatment, like what foods would be okay. But he's showing me something with like ground lamb and like organ meats. So like organ meats, and like something about dove. But I don't know if they have dove meat for pets. But like something about a dove. So I don't know what that's about. If that's for eating, or if it's just to like show you something about a dove. Like, okay, so this is why the dove's coming through, like my gentleness. I have a gentle presence that's like a dove. Like, I'm very like wise and gentle. So that's where the dove is coming through. He says, I want you to know that's my presence. And I'm so grateful for you. And you are so welcome, Kathy. And you are so welcome, Lee. I love coming on here with you guys like every Sunday night. Like, this just makes me so happy, and this just fills up my heart. And then just so those of you guys that don't know, because I don't really, let's see here. Hold on just a second here. Kathy says he's just so precious. Oh, he sounds so precious. Let's see here. Julia says, thank you so much, Shauna. We have been having heavy rain in New Zealand, and water is everywhere. Could you please pull a card so I know where I can find her? I hope she isn't scared or injured. she's like, I'm resourceful. And it's really interesting, Julia. So I just started to kind of flip through the cards. And it's interesting. So she's showing me, okay, so I have two messages. I have one for you, Julia, and I have one for you, Lee. So Julia, the card that just kind of came to me here was Gray Squirrel. Find new ways of solving problems. So that's the card that came, was Gray Squirrel. Find new ways of solving problem. So she was showing me that like look up high by the water too, that like I could be on some like branches. And she's like, I'm not scared per se or injured. I'm just like irritated, because she's like, how did I get myself into this? And keep showing me like coming back home, and just keep holding that vision for me coming back home. She says, keep holding that vision for me for coming back home. So that's the squirrel. And squirrels are like quick about climbing up trees and all of that, and like gathering acorns and all that. So she says, like, remind yourself of how resourceful I am and how resourceful I am. So there you go. So that's your message, Julia. And then Lee, it's so funny. I have a message for you from Bear, Lee, and you're gonna get this. So this is the card. It says, listen to the messages of the angels. And it is an owl. So that is for you, Lee. There's no accident that you're on here. And that came up. So listen to the messages of the angels. And if any of you like feel like a pull toward any of these cards that I'm pulling, know that there could be dual messages too. It's not always just like one message. It could be like a multiple message. So yeah, so that's it. He wants me to show you again. Like literally, I just like flipped the deck like this after the Gray Squirrel, and the owl came up. So it's like, good Lord. So there you go, Lee. There you go. You said, get out of here. I know, right, Lee? You're like, that's your bear. So there you go. And there's that other bird in the picture too. So look at that, Lee. So there is that. So, and then the squirrel right here for you, Julia. And then I'm going to see Jennifer says, oh wait, Lee says, I just asked him in my head if he could have you pull the owl card, and you did. So there you go. Look at that. So that shows like we're connected with that energy, and we can ask for those messages and those signs from those that have passed on. We can ask for that, and they can send us those messages and those signs and those symbols, right? So just know that that is a possibility, right? And then Kathy says, too cool. And then Jennifer, I love this. Jennifer says, the red geraniums, yellow marigolds. I have to go back to them. I was so lazy on watering them this last week, and did it tonight earlier. Wow, like isn't that amazing? So you're like, I need to go back on those, and I didn't even know you had those. So Lucy is like, yeah, like go do that, because she's like, you never know, like they could be like more than what they are like tonight in the morning, right? So spirit like has a way to like just put magic before us, and it's all of that. It's so amazing. And Lee says, that's insane. Even though I do this, I'm always amazed. That's so cool. I know, me too, right? I always get amazed too. I'm like, whoa. It's like, whoa. So Jennifer has hearts there. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to pick a card for you, Mandy. Mandy says, could you possibly pull a card for me tonight? Yes, Mandy. Yes. Okay. Is this the card for Mandy? I'm going to say, let's see here. Yep. This is the one for you, Mandy. So it says sheep. Act with fortitude and cooperation, Archangels Gabriel and Hope. So that is that card, the sheep right there. So that's definitely, I feel like there's significance there with that like light that's there, and kind of like that blue thing too, that's like that blue kind of flower for you, Mandy, and kind of the moon. So I'm just being shown like do some stuff with like the moon, and then like the blue flowers and gardening, and then also the message act with fortitude and cooperation. I feel like that's so important. So there's that. Oh yes, Kate, and hearts back to you too, Jennifer. And then Kate says, sorry, got disconnected. I'd love a card for the week too, please. Yes, you got it. Let's see here. So Kate, the card that came right away for you is Cat. Be relaxed and independent. So that's So that's what I get there for you. Kate, is be relaxed and independent, and like, spend some time like sowing those seeds of independence. Like I'm seeing like do some stuff with like some beads or something like that is and some yarn, do something creative is what I'm getting there for you, Kate. And then, Julia says, oh, my precious Pippi, heart will look up in the trees. You are a treasure, Shauna. Thank you. You're so welcome, Julia. You're so welcome, Julia. Yes, and I'll pull a card for you too, Jennifer, in just a second here. Aha. Okay, and then Mandy, oh, Mandy, so much love. Mandy says, yes, my best friend passed of COVID. She and I both love sheeps. I've been thinking of her a lot lately. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, Mandy, I just like got chills back here, and I'm sending I'm sending you so much love, Mandy, and I feel the presence of your friend too, so just know that like she could bring you messages of the sheep too. And I know all of us that are listening here are surrounding you with so much love, and surrounding you with so much love, surrounding you with so much love, and surrounding you with so much love. So there's that. And then Kate says, awesome, thank you. My world is creative, fits nicely. Oh, you're so welcome there. Let's see here. And then Mandy says, thank you so much. She absolutely brings me signs. And how awesome that you're open to those. That's so important, Mandy, so important. And then Tina says, you are a blessing, Shauna. Always so happy when I catch you. Prayers to Mandy. Oh, thank you, Tina. And then let's see here. And then I have a card for Jennifer. And I'm going to go back to you, Lee, in a second, because I just have something really else cool that happened right now for you, Lee. And then Jennifer, I have a card for you. Let's see here. And this is like, I feel like this is like Lucy and Libby combined, but Lucy is like just having me like put my hand on my other hand, like she's wanting me to get, like she's like, no, this is more for me. And it says snake. Live according to your divine essence. So that's from Lucy and Libby, but Lucy says it's more me. It's more me with like so that's the message that I get from them. And Lee, it's so funny because I was like looking for the owl card because she says, so I think I missed it. How did the owl card come up? I think you explained it, but I didn't hear. So cool. Well, it's so funny because I was pulling a card for Julia, and then I just kind of like flipped the deck. You know how you flip into like flip a deck in half, and that's how the owl card came up. But it's so funny, Lee, because I did that again, and guess what card came up? Right when you asked that, Lee, this card came up. Bear. So it says, use power with wisdom. Archangels Uriel and Jophiel. So there's that. So how funny is that? There's no accidents. And then Jennifer, you're welcome. And then that's the elemental kingdom, Jennifer, for snake, the elemental kingdom. So pay attention to the elemental kingdom. So that would make sense with, the flowers and all of that. And I feel like Lucy is showing you, like, is showing me and to show you, like, put some sort of like metal stake or some sort of like cool little, like, I don't know if it's like a dragonfly or a butterfly or flower or whatever you can find there. In the garden. She says that will make me really, 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 really happy. So there you go. So just be open. You never know what you might find when you're out and about. So there is that. And then Lee says, oh my God, my heart is so happy. Thank you. You are so welcome, Lee. And sending you so much love. Just sending you all so much love. And then too, for those of you that don't know, like, I don't really like advertise this or really put it out there as much as I should, but I do actually have on my website, a 30-minute session that's called an Animal Oracle Wisdom session. So what it is where I tune into an animal that in nature that is like offering you guidance right now, right? So it could be like a sheep or a cow or whatever it is. So I tune in intuitively and give you messages and give you downloads. And then I also like pull some cards for you too. And that's like a half-hour session that I offer. So if any of you guys are interested in that, that is on my website. And that's just a fun little thing. And I do want to do more of these, like maybe like little card pulls, and maybe do like a card pull like every week for you guys, because it's a fun thing. So there we go. So there's that. So for those of you that don't know, oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. I love you too, friend. I love you too, friend. And then Kathy says, you are so wonderful. Thank you for all your help. You are so welcome, Kathy. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. And oh my goodness, Jennifer, I just had a flashback. I remember, so I first met Jennifer years and years ago when I did my first radio interview ever with Dougal Fraser. And I remember Jennifer was actually one of the callers, and she called in about Lucy and Libby, and they're showing me like being in the back of the car, like the back of like the truck with like a canopy over it, with like a cover on the back of the truck. They're showing me like being in the back of a car. They're like, yeah, remember you were trying to figure something out with us with the car. Mom asked about the car, so they want you to remember that. So like remember the memories. Like they love it when we reflect back on those times and those memories with them. They really love that. So that's, it's super cool. Oh, and then also too, I wanted to share with you guys too is even though I know my first book just came out in March, I actually have I started actually working on my second book, and this time I'm doing a book about pets and reincarnation, about knowing like when they're coming back, like if they've come back, how to like know those signs, and tell stories like from my life with that, and share like examples and all of that. And I'm gonna tie some like grief stuff in, and like after life communication, things like that in there too. But I'm excited to share that with you guys. So any insight and any information that you would like in there, let me know, because I just kind of now started to work on that. So I'm so excited. So there we go. Oh, and Jennifer says, yes, right. You remember, right, Jennifer? I remember that. It was like so cool. So let's see here. And Lee Michael says, that's awesome. Thank you, Lee. And then Mandy says, wow, congratulations on the new book. That sounds so interesting. Thank you, Mandy. I'll keep you posted. And hey, Jared, I'll keep you posted on that. I'm going to see you here. I will keep you posted on that. And so I just now started working on it. So yeah, I'm super excited. I was kind of thinking of doing like a how-to like animal communication book, but I wanted to do something different, because I feel like that the afterlife and reincarnation, I feel like a lot of people have questions about that, and I really wanted to share some of my stories and my examples, and just some things for people, just to kind of like to bring healing and all of that, to share with people the possibilities of that. So because I think it's important for people to know about that. Oh, Kathy says they're still popping fireworks here, and he is so scared, jerks. I know people are, the fireworks is like, it's so hard. He says, just like remind him that he's safe now and he doesn't have jerks around him. He says, just remind him of that, because he says like before, like the people that he was around, like his other people didn't care, and they weren't like, nurturing, and they're like, oh, just get over it. Like they weren't very, like compassionate. So he says, just keep showing me your compassion and your love, and your compassion and your love. And that's what really helps me. And that's what really helps me. So just keep showing me that. And then he says, like, keep me close. He says, keep me close. Keep me close. Keep me close, clue too. And he's like, show me and remind me that like I'm my own star. And yes, he's like, remind me that I'm like a star in your world. And he said, just keep reminding me of that. And then you said, I hug him. Oh, he says he loves that. He says that helps, because he says at first he was like, oh, like, how do I take this in? How do I take this in? Because he says he wasn't used to that before. He says, I wasn't used to that before. So he says, now that I'm used to it, he's like, oh, okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to have those hugs, and it's okay to have those hugs. And so he says he's really really grateful for that. So he says, thank you for sharing that love, and for bringing that love into my world, because that really just means a lot to me. So he says, thank you so much. He says, thank you so much. And then I want to share this with you guys while I'm thinking about it. So I have my website here, and I actually, now I know I've been like working on this for a while. I have a staging site, and I've been working on updating my website. So I should have that updated here soon, but here's my current website. And then Kathy says you could tell he had never had that. Oh, yeah, here's my current website. And then I want to share my link tree too, because I always forget I have my link tree too. So let's see here. I'm going to share and see if I can share my link tree information too, because I always forget that I have that. My amazing friend Carol, which speaking of my friend Carol, I think this is the second Tuesday, right? So since it's the second Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll be going on with my friend Carol on her Embrace Your Life Facebook page. Embrace Your Life Facebook group and her Positive Focus page. Hopefully I didn't just like mix the two of those up, but I don't think I did. It's a Positive Focus page and Embrace Your Life group. I'll be on there with her at 9:30 a.m. Pacific and on Thursday talking about animal communication and doing some readings, and then it'll be on her regular page as well. And if you want some more positivity, like her Embrace Your Life group is amazing, and then her Positive Focus page, she does like global hugs, like it's so cool, like everything she does. She is absolutely amazing. So I've never met like a person that's just so like positive and amazing as Carol. She is fantastic. So there's that. Yes, Carol, you know Carol too, right, Tina? Like you love Carol too. She is amazing. She is just like really like, she just exemplifies like kind. Like when you hear people say be a kind human, the first person that pops into my head is Carol. Like that is just Carol. So if you need more positivity in your life and you are not following Carol, like go ahead and follow Carol because she is amazing. So there's that. And then so yeah, and so Kathy, oh my goodness, your boy is so grateful for you. So he says yes, keep up with that love. He says it's helping him. And then Tina says yes, a good friend, go follow her. Yes, right, exactly. Like she is she's the best. Like I'm so grateful for Carol, like for so many reasons. She's just, oh my gosh, she is just a blessing. So there you go. So yeah. If you want to follow a good human and somebody that's kind, that just posts positivity and inspiration and just comes from that perspective, like Carol is your person. She is a rock star at that. She's amazing. So there we go. So there is that. So let's see here. I'm going to see if anybody else has any other questions here. And I got my fan going in my AC. It's only like 75 or something here today, but man, I get so yeah. Oh yes, Tina. Tina says, "What is Kathy's story? A new rescue. I popped on late." Yes. So yeah. So she just has a new rescue dog, and I think if I remember right, he was like from like a hoarding situation. So if you're still here, Kathy, if I'm remembering right, I believe it was like a hoarding situation that he was from, and so she was able to get him from a local rescue, which I think is so amazing. I am like all about the rescues. My two dogs are both rescues. I mean, I worked at a couple of all the euthanasia that happens there, like it is absolutely like heartbreaking, but to be able to, when I worked there, to be able to be that love for those pets, during that time, like that was it was hard, but to be able to give them that gift of love was really special, even though that was really hard. So if you can adopt a pet, that's always really important if you could do that. So that's just my 2 cents on that, coming from working in a shelter. So there we go. And then Mandy says, and that's where I got my Luna. She was a rescue. Oh my goodness. So she says I was the best. That's what my Luna just reminded me of. And then Tina says, how wonderful. Yes, yes, rescue is so rewarding. It is, right? Like rescue is so rewarding. Like they just know and they're just so grateful. They're just something so special about like rescue pets. They are the best. So there we go. And then Mandy says, yes, I love this. Mandy says, if you need a question, I was wondering if my girl prefers her hair long or short. Definitely not an important question. Laugh out loud. You know what she says? Oh my gosh. She just like has me like I'm like sliding something off a table. She says neither. She says, I like it medium. She's like, why didn't you give medium a choice? She's like, I don't like it long. I don't like it short. She's like, I like it just right. She's like, I like it medium. She's like, medium. And she's had me go like this. She's like, not long, not short, medium is what she says. So she's so funny. She's like, medium, medium, medium is what she says. Oh my goodness. She says, I'm very specific. She says, I'm very specific and I'm very specific. So I like it. I like it medium, medium, medium. So there we go. Oh my goodness. And she says, like, she says, you don't like just keep things on a simmer. She's like, you simmer things at a medium speed too. She's like, medium. She's like, it's about medium is what your girl is saying, Mandy. Oh my goodness. So there we go. And then Mandy says, okay, LOL, thank you. I was like it. I was like at medium long, but was thinking of short for her comfort. That's so funny because she's like, no. She's like, not too short. Because she's like, I like it medium still. She's like, not long, not short, medium. So it's so funny. And you said also she does knock things off with her paws like a cat. Oh my gosh, that's so funny because that's what you're just making me think of, like slide. You know how cats do that and they just don't even care. They just like look at you. They're like, yeah, I dropped something. Like, are you going to pick it up? Like, that's how like a cat looks at you. Like, you know, and then a dog will look at you like, oh gosh, I dropped something. I feel so bad. But cats are like, I don't care. Yeah, they're like, that was fun. So you gotta love that. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I'm so glad you could tune in. It's been a while since I've seen you here. Friend, you said, what a great night it's been. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. And Lee says, LOL. Let's see here. And Bernadette says, I don't need to knock things off with my paws. She's like, I knock them off with my eyes. She's like, I just use my powers in those ways. So, oh my goodness. Leave it to Bernadette to come through too. And then Mandy says she swipes things out of her way all the time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's like, yep, we don't need that there. She's like, oh, she's not gonna pick up that pile there and that pile there. Like, I'm just gonna like move it like so I'm comfortable. She's like, because that's what's really important is for me to be comfortable. She's like, I need to be comfortable. She says, like, that's the most important thing is for me to be comfortable. She's like, I'm comfortable, then it's good. She's like, as long as I'm comfortable, she's like, it's good if I'm comfortable. So there's that. And then Kathy says, too funny, right? Let's see here. And then Mandy says, if my phone is on the spot she wants to lay, she has no problem swiping it off. I love it. Because she's like, I'm not going to lay on top of it. She's like, that's not comfortable. She's like, why would I do that? She's like, I'm not going to do that. She's like, no. Like, I'm going to be comfortable. She's like, that's so important. And oh my gosh, Lee, I love this. So Lee says, Shauna, you're freaking me out tonight in a good way. Ha, ha, ha. I was just thinking of how Bernadette does not knock things over with her paws. I love that. Because she's like, Bernadette's like, sorry, she's making me choke. Because she's like, why would I do that? She's like, I have other magical powers. She's like, my eyes are magical. She's like, zoop, zoop, zoop. So she's like, the radar in my eyes, the light radars in my eyes. Oh my goodness. I love that, Lee. Oh my goodness. Always so fun when you're here, Lee. I'll have to like have you come back on sometime and have Rachel come on. And like, I got to get my list together and have some people on. It'd be fun. And then Mandy says, absolute diva. That's her. I love that. Like, right? You know what? And isn't that like really cool too? Like, one thing I want to just mention here as I get ready to wrap it up is what's really amazing about animals is like they remind us that like it's okay to like be who we are, that like who cares like what people think, like it doesn't matter, like be who we are. Like the animals remind us of that. So what's really funny is, so I happened to be at the grocery store the other day. We have that New Seasons market near us, and I had like a gift card that I won like a while back, and I was like in there the other day, and there was this lady in there shopping. And she kind of does what I do sometimes because I'm not going to lie. Like if I'm in the, like when I talk out loud, like it helps me think, it helps me process. That's how I learn sometimes is by like repeating things and all of that. And so anyway, this lady in the store like was shopping and she was kind of like talking it through and talking it out loud as she was like finding stuff. And I like told her, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I'm glad I'm not the only one. And she's like, yep. She's like, I don't care what people think. Like if they think like this or that, she's like, this is what I do. And she's like, it's good. And I was like, man, I love that. Like it's so refreshing to see like another person, like who cares what people think? Because it's like if it's helping you to like talk out loud as you're buying stuff to like kind of process things out, like that's amazing. Like we should embrace people more for who they are. Like I feel like the animals remind us of that so much. So that's just my little side note there. And then Mandy, I think I already said that. Absolute diva. That's her. I love that. And Lee says, you're answering the questions before I even type them out. Ha ha. I love that. That's awesome, Lee. Oh my goodness. Yes, I love it. And then Lee says, I would love to come back on. Yes, we got to do that. Like, this has been too long. And it was so much fun to have you on. And maybe we could do some like dual readings, right? That'd be so cool. And then Mandy says, you are amazing and so appreciated, Shauna. Oh, thank you so much, Mandy. You are so amazing too. Oh, you are so amazing too. So, oh, I just love you all so much. Like this, like really, you just make my week. And then Lee says, yes, I'm up for it. Awesome. So cool. So yeah, I can't think about like a better way to like wind down a week than coming on here Sunday night with you guys. Like it's the best. So anyway, I think I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic week. And thank you so much for tuning in. And I am just oops, my dogs are barking at the neighbors or something. It's both of them. Usually it's just cool up, but Nugget, when she gets involved, she's like, oh, I don't know, who is that out there? So yes, oh, thank you, Kathy, and I hope you have a good night too, Mandy and Jennifer and Lee and everybody else is still on, and Tina, happy week to you too. And cool, awesome, thank you, Lee, awesome. And then oh, you're awesome too, Kathy. I just love all of you. So thank you so much for all of you for listening live and for listening to the replay. And I hope you all have like a fantastic night and a fantastic week ahead. And I am just, I'm sending you all so much love and bye for now. Take care.